If you want to learn how to do your Amazon bookkeeping the right way and streamline it to under 30 minutes per week, make sure you watch to the end of the video as I unravel the simplest, easiest, most efficient and most accurate way to do your Amazon bookkeeping today. What's up, business masters, and welcome to another video. My name is Ben Donovan, and if you want to learn how to be a master in business and free up your time to do those things you love and give back to the world, then make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn that notification bell on, because we are coming at you thick and fast with value-packed videos just like this one, and let's get right into it. Okay, so bookkeeping. Right, unless you're a bit of a nerd, this is not something that you're going to be excited about or enjoy, right? But lucky for you, I am a bit of a nerd with this kind of stuff, and I have gone through a bit of testing and found the easiest and most efficient way to do your Amazon bookkeeping. Many people, when they start out selling on Amazon, it's not their greatest concern about how do I do the books, but yet when we get just a few months or even a year into our journey, all of a sudden we're going to need to start reporting some things, we're going to need to stay legally compliant, and there are some things we need to do in order to do that. But if we leave it too long, or if we don't have a system in place, it can be an absolute nightmare. So I want to help you today. How can you set it up for efficiency from day one? So when it comes to doing the books for your Amazon business, you've got four options the way I see it. Number one is that you can do nothing and leave it all to your accountant. And you probably guessed this right, but that's number one, super expensive, and number two, very time consuming. Because when it gets to the end of your first year, they are going to have so many questions about the Amazon FBA business model, what this charge is, what that charge is, where your inventory is, why this charge was there here then, why it wasn't there then, and why everything now, they're going to have so many questions if you just dump the numbers on them. The second option you have is to use a stat software like Fetcher or Seller Legend or Cash Cow Pro or Manage by Stats or any of these other softwares that you can use to manage it, to see your Amazon stats, and then you can give that to your accountant. Again, this is going to be time consuming and expensive because not only are you paying for the stat software, which are good and are helpful at times, but you need to know they're not an accounting software. I see many people on Facebook groups, when people ask about accounting, what are you doing? And someone says, oh, I'm using Fetcher, and I just do the the face palm, because it's not an accounting software. It shows you your stats, it shows you your data, and you can obviously also give all of that to your accountant, but there's so many blanks that they're still going to need to fill in that's going to cost you a bit of money, because I don't know about you, but the accountants where I come from, they charge a fair bit of dollar for the hourly rate. The third option you got is to actually hire a bookkeeper, whether it's through Upwork or online jobs or someone in the Philippines or someone locally, or however you may do it. You can hire a bookkeeper for say $10 an hour, £7 an hour, something like that, and they every week or twice a month, however you want to set it up, can do your books for you, which again can become a little bit expensive. The fourth way, in the lean way that I like to do business, the fourth way that I want to show you is a super efficient way of doing your books so that you can then hand your books to your accountant once a year to do your annual return for you and it not take them hardly any time. When we pass the VAT threshold in the UK, which is £85,000 worth of sales in the UK, when we passed that threshold and my accountant registered us for VAT and began to compile the first VAT return, she came back to me after compiling and studying and checking over £85,000 worth of sales transactions. She came back to me and she asks me two questions, not 10 questions, not 20, not crazy amounts of questions. That's literally two questions that she had for me to clarify a couple of things in those books, and bam, she was able to compile and send off the VAT return. The reason she was able to do that was because of the system that I've set up that I'm going to teach you today that brought about efficiency in our bookkeeping in our business. And by doing that, it saved us so much time in the back and forth about questions that they may have had, but also saved us a lot of money that they would have charged us if there was a lot more work to do. So when it comes to leanness and efficiency, this is a great tactic to employ. So let's dive in the computer and take a look at it today. All right, guys, so if you've been selling for Amazon for any amount of time now, you will have seen this screen that's up here, and this is your statement screen. This is a statement that Amazon will give you on a bi-weekly basis in each of the marketplaces you're selling in, and it will kind of detail for you some of the charges. This is a relatively typical bi-weekly statement that we'll get in the UK. The September, October is a little bit slower than normal. It's the kind of the lull before the Q4 storm, and but we get one of these for UK, Germany, France, Italy, Spain, USA we're selling as well, and so we'll kind of get each of these at different times on a bi-weekly basis. And so what it's important to then do is to really bring this data into a bookkeeping system of sorts, again, because like I say, what you cannot do, what I see often Amazon sellers ask is, can I just put my settlement figure, which down here you'll see a settlement figure, Amazon sent this amount, £5,672 into our account, and people say, can I just add this as sales? Can I just put this in that transaction just as sales? It's not quite as easy as that, because you actually need to account for so much more, because this isn't your sales figure, because obviously what we've got here is this sales figure. We've also got the previous statement's unavailable balance that was transferred over into this, which can kind of confuse things a lot as well. You've got fees in here. You've got fees that if you're not VAT registered, you'll be paying VAT on, so you need to log that. Once your sales reach a certain amount, you'll need to start paying VAT, and that won't be based on the settlement amount. It will be based on your gross sales amount. And so there's a number of reasons why you need to account for all of the different categories, all of the different payment types and fee types within your account, and you just can't lump your settlement fee figure as your sales figure. And so this is why it makes it difficult to do this with Amazon, is because this is the kind of report they give you on a bi-weekly basis. As you can see, it's very categorized. There's not much in terms of detailed breakdown of what this all represents. Certainly not enough information for bookkeeping purposes. What we can do is we can go up to here to date range reports, and what it'll provide for us is a report that looks a little bit like this. This one covers a whole month period, and you can go into, I'll go into the UK marketplace and do this, and then I'll go into Germany and do the same, USA, do the same, etc., etc., etc. And you can pull that, and what you can do is you can manually enter each one of these lines. So you've got FBA product sales here, and then you've got refunds, you've got inventory credit, postage credits, all of these kind of things. The frustrating thing about that is you're going to have to enter it manually, because it's a PDF report. It's not the easiest to get into bookkeeping, and there's going to be a lot of admin, and there's going to be a lot of transferring. To answer another question, and the good news is that a lot of people wonder, do I need to account for every single sale that I make in my Amazon account? No, you can categorize your sales. That's fine. You'll see here it's got FBA product sales and the amount. That's fine. You don't need to go into sale by sale, because as you start to do 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 units a day, that could become an absolute nightmare. And so thankfully you don't have to do that. It just needs to be categorized. But Amazon doesn't make it easy to categorize the payments in our account. And so the method that I want to show you today is utilizing a software integration called A2X. And what A2X does, as you'll see here on the screen, is it provides for you a breakdown of the Amazon fees in an importable fashion, so that you can import it into either QuickBooks or Xero. There may be some other integrations that they have that are going to be releasing, but those are the main two. We use Xero for our business. Our accountant recommended it, and we really get on well with it. So again, I would recommend it. And so what A2X does is it pulls the statement data that we just saw on that PDF data into a fashion where you can import it into your bookkeeping account. You'll see here there are so many different categories that are far more detailed than the settlement report that Amazon gives us here every other week. We see just a few categories, whereas we see in A2X it's broken down. It shows you everything. It shows you commission you've paid. That's your kind of your referral fee to Amazon. Your any inbound transportation, if you ship goods from within the UK, if you store it at home or within a warehouse and ship it in yourself, you can use UPS for a discounted rate, and it just gets charged to your Amazon account. That's what that is. And you've got fulfillment fees in here. You've got gift wrap, which they, for some unknown reason, will charge you and then refund you, so you don't actually pay for it. But that's, again, that needs to be accounted for. You've got a reserve balance. You've got your sales figure, which is your principal. You've got refunds and shipping and chargebacks and tax and all this kind of stuff that is within that settlement that you wouldn't necessarily know about just looking at the settlement, that needs to be accounted for on a legal basis. And so what A2X does is it kind of compiles all that for you, and you can set all these accounts to your bookkeeping accounts. Again, if it's getting a bit confusing and you don't understand all this, that's fine. You don't need to understand it all now, just to know there's all the training you need within the A2X system, and it helps you kind of set this all up. And once you spend an hour or two getting it set up, then each week all it takes is for you to go into the A2X system, is to open up your settlement report and just check all of these are in the right accounts and make sure they're allocated to the right. See one here that's allocated to Spain, because sometimes the European marketplaces don't sort of fully pull over. If you've been doing work in a Spain one and then go to the UK one, it still has Spain in some memory sections. It's a bit strange, but all you need to do is just go to we've got our chart of accounts broken down into different countries, which is a great tip I would recommend. As you can see, we've got sales for each different marketplace here, and so you allocate your sales figures to those marketplaces for your bookkeeping. Again, just makes the whole bookkeeping thing a whole lot easier. And so we want to put that to UK, having to pay VAT on those, so we need to put it as VAT, and then we're all good. So that's what you want to do, is you want to check everything is in the right box here. I won't sort of do it all right now because, you know, that'd be boring for you, but just go through in detail just to make sure, and then all you want to do is come over and hit send the invoice to Xero or QuickBooks, wherever it is. And then you want to just go into Xero and you want to approve that invoice or expenditure, and then you can allocate that against the actual transaction that comes into your account. Now, obviously, I'm not going to do a full breakdown of how to do all your accounting in this video because it would get crazy long, but that is really how you can get into the habit of doing that on a weekly basis. And you know, we would do our accounts now for what I deem to be a relatively high grossing Amazon FBA business. I do my bookkeeping myself in under 30 minutes each week. At some stage, I will look to outsource it. I will look to get someone else to do the books, but while I can do it for 30 minutes every week and it gives me a real clear view of what's happening financially in my business, I'll keep doing that because it's streamlined, it's easy, and I would really recommend it. Of course, there is a cost. The cost for A2X, you know, it starts at just $19 a month. I'm not affiliated with them. I don't have an affiliate link or anything like that. You know, this has really helped my business, and it can help your business too. So it's something that I would recommend. So you can start from $19 a month, and then obviously it builds up as your business builds up, and then when you couple that with the Xero or QuickBooks, which usually to begin with £20 to £25 a month, you can have your bookkeeping really streamlined, really efficient, and really, you know, compliant for around £40 a month and half an hour a week. So for me, that's peace of mind. It gives me real good data and information about my business, and yeah, just really simple to do. So I hope this video makes sense. I hope that it's not bored you too much, but really I wanted to show you a simple way of how you can actually streamline your bookkeeping. I actually released recently something I've called the Amazon Masters, which is a 16-module action-packed video course of how to go from beginner to master in selling products on Amazon. And within that course, you'll actually find a whole module about how to manage your finances, how to structure for scaling, when you should take on debt and when you shouldn't, and all those kind of you know, financial management principles about how to really skyrocket the growth of your business. And so that's within that, and that is currently 50% off of the Amazon Masters right now. 50% off, limited time only. So you can find information about that in the description. Would love to have you as part of the program. It comes with my full support. It comes with lifetime update guarantees and so much. So you can check that out in the description below, which includes a full run through of how to fully set this up, set the integration up. A2X also do a cost of goods integration, which is just next level and will help you so much. So like I say, that's all in the Amazon Masters link down below. Or I've also got a free guide for you if you want to kind of get started and learn an overview of how to learn an Amazon business. You can check that out in the description below. Feel free to drop a comment if I didn't make anything clear enough. It's something that is obviously a little bit complicated, so I'm trying to simplify it and not do, you know, go into too much detail just to keep it, you know, relevant to everyone. And make sure that if you want to build a business that frees you up to live the life you dreamed of, to make a difference in the world, then make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn that notification bell on, hit my face down below, the goofy looking guy in the orange circle. Make sure you hit that button, hit subscribe next to it, and stay tuned for more great videos coming your way that are going to help you build the best businesses possible to live the best life you could have dreamed of. Thanks for being part of the journey, and I will see you in the next video.